everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you decided to join me today. So today I'm going to be working with one of Wild Whisper's newest releases. It's a beautiful travel collection. I have gone ahead and grabbed one of my most favorite tools. This is a tool that I do not regret buying. It's also the only punch board I think is even worth buying, actually. And mine is old. Mine was one of the very first punch boards. So it's an envelope punch board, and I'm going to start my layout by creating an envelope to hold some ephemera and some parts of the kit. So this collection is called Where to Next, and it is super cute. I love it. I love the colors. It has the coral and the aqua colors that you know I adore. And so what I decided to do was I pulled out from my unfinished projects an album that is from 2015. So in 2015, my husband and I took a trip to Colorado, and I still have a number of pages in that album that need to be finished. And so I thought getting a brand new travel collection would be the perfect motivation to get that album finished. So you're probably going to see a couple travel layouts as I work through this, finishing up this project. Another reason why I really want to get this particular project done is because we're planning another trip to Colorado this year, but this time we're taking our kids with us, and I just know I'm going to end up with like more photos, and so I should really finish one before I have another one to start. So I'm just making an envelope using my envelope punch board, and I'm making it large enough to hold the ticket stub. So this was a train trip we took on the Royal Gorge Railroad. If you have ever been to Colorado, Colorado Springs area is where we were. You've probably seen this. It's really cool and fun. I took so many photos on this train trip, but it was crazy hot because we went in July. So the photos are from 2015, and I am grabbing the ticket stub from our train trip, and I'm grabbing this 4x6 pocket card, and I'm going to fussy cut out this little tag that is part of that card. I'm going to stick them both into that little envelope, and that's going to provide one of the elements, and it's also going to act as my title for this layout. So this page is like the title page or the intro page to the part of our trip where we visited, where we took this train ride. I also have, so in this album, we did a lot of kind of like excursions. So we went to Garden of the Gods, we went to Colorado Springs. We went into Colorado Springs and did some shopping. We stayed at the Broadmoor, which is this amazing resort in Colorado Springs. So each part, so when I did my album, I didn't do it chronologically. I did it by theme, kind of. So this will be the first page introducing all of my pictures that I took on this railway tour. There's not going to be journaling on this page necessarily, but I wanted to include this ticket stub and two of the beautiful photos that I took of our trip. So I'm going to go ahead and map my photos with one of the papers from the collection. It's a text paper, and it is like a black, and then it has the beautiful aqua text on it. And I'm just going to use it to back my photos. The ticket stub paper that you see there is one of the papers from the collection, and I am going to use it as my background. It's just a really simple black and white, perfect to create a background with. I am going to use this branding strip across the bottom of my page. Like I said, as soon as I saw this travel collection, I was in love, and I immediately thought to myself, well, I have to finish our Colorado album yet, so let's get that done. And that'll be nice then, because as you're flipping through the pages every so often, you'll come across a page in the album that uses this collection, and it'll make some of the pages cohesive. The pages I've done already, a lot of them use a travel collection from 2015 of Webster's Pages, so which also has a lot of the coral and the aqua in it. So this will help me. Oh, and another set of pages in the album has a lot of Felicity Jane products in it, so that will help to keep the album cohesive and matching if I have more than one page. I have a set of pages done with this Wild Whisper collection. So I'm just looking at the stamps now. The stamps are super cute. Those little suitcases are adorable. I'm going to focus on the cameras this time. I am grabbing my Catherine Pooler ink in Hot Tub. I am currently kind of obsessed with this ink and this particular color. I used it on a layout last week too, but it's just so pretty. I love it. So I'm filling in that little gap with just a 3x4 card, and I'm going to add a little cluster of embellishments. I want to embellish the envelope, and then I want to embellish that 3x4 card, and then I want to add a little bit of something to the right side, just a small cluster to balance out the page. I'm going to move this little block around, and then I'm going to decide I don't like it. I'm going to think about putting it up there, but I really didn't want to cover up where we were, right? So the Take a Stub says Royal Gorge route, and that was the route that we took on the train, and I wanted to really make sure that that stayed. In fact, I had put that little ticket stub like the way it was so that you could read it. So then covering up seemed silly, so I'm gonna instead pop that little square over onto the right. I pulled the ephemera pack out, and I grabbed a couple of things that I really enjoyed that I thought worked with the icons I wanted to use for this layout, and it worked for some of the sayings and things. So there I find the perfect thing to add to that little open spot on the envelope that was bugging me without covering up the wording of where we were. And now I'm going to just go ahead and place a little line of embellishments right there. There is tons and tons of ephemera in this kit, in addition to these beautiful cameras, which I absolutely adore. There's those suitcases. There's lots of airplanes. I don't actually have any photos of us at the airport or on the airplane, but there are lots of cute little airplanes there, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet. But definitely the suitcases, the cameras, all the gorgeous papers, things like that, I'm definitely going to be playing a lot with as I complete these pages. I'm really, really glad that I thought to grab this collection from the Wild Whisper shop and to finish up one of these projects because 5 years. It's been 5 years since we went, so we need to get these pictures we need to get this album finished. So you'll see me, like I said, I think a lot of my Wild Whisper design team projects for the next couple of weeks will be this kit, this collection, Where to Next, and finishing up some of these photos. So I'm just filling in here. I am pop-dotting up some of this ephemera, and I'm going ahead and just finishing up my clusters. If you have a travel project that is unfinished, maybe you can grab some of this Wild Whisper collection to breathe new life into your project and help you to get it finished. You can always use my code, which you will find down below in the description, along with a link to the shop, which will give you a discount off of your order. So that's super fun. And leave me a comment below. Let me know if you have an unfinished travel project that you would like to get finished. Because I'd like to know if I have an audience. I guess I'd like to know if there's an audience for this. If you'd like to see some travel pages. I only have one little thing I want to add to this layout. I have that lovely coral strip across the bottom, and I need a little something across the top. Now, there isn't much headspace at the top of my layout, so I can't have anything that's really thick. Like, I think a branding strip would be too much. So I took this paper that looks kind of like it's like a leather type, and I'm just going to use it. I'm going to add some lovely tape to the back, and it's going to be the perfect size to kind of just pop up across the top of the layout. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. And the last thing I'm going to decide to do is to go ahead and get some staples, just to add a little something that's not paper. And I'm going to pop some staples into some different areas of the layout, and then I'm going to ink all of the edges with some Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo, and that will complete my layout. Thank you so very, very much for joining me today. I hope that you all have a fabulous, fabulous week. If you are new to my channel, I'd love if you gave me a thumbs up. I'd love it if you subscribed and stuck around for a while. I know we've gotten a lot of new subscribers recently, so thank you, thank you, thank you for subscribing, and I'm so happy that you are here. You are always welcome to leave a comment. I make sure to get into the comments and reply to as many of them as I possibly can, at least once a week. And any question that seems to be like needs to be answered right away, I'll pop in and answer those too. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye.